Hi everyone, it's me, Brenda from Brenda's Knots and Loops. Today I'm going to teach you how to put together your sweater and how to finish it up. So today you'll need your two panels. Don't worry if they don't match. If one's bigger than the other, I'm going to show you how to fix that. You need a measuring tape, stitch markers, your crochet hook, some clippies. Love these things. Worth every penny. Darning needle. And of course your yarn. So let's get started. So what I want you to do is get a t-shirt, sweater, or whatever your favorite shirt you want. You like the neck. And I want you to measure the neck from shoulder to shoulder, the opening. All right. So let's say my opening is, let's say it's 10 inches. Okay. I don't have a shirt to measure, so. All right. I want you to take one of your panels. Doesn't matter if it's wrong side, right side, doesn't matter. Put them together, fold it in half, and get the middle. Okay? And put a stitch marker. Okay, now I want to open it up, and I want to count I have grannies. So I count each cluster to my corner. If you have a single, double crochet, singles, puffs, whatever you have, I want you to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm in the 16th one. So then I want to count from to the other side. So I want 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Got 15. So this is my middle. So since I have 3 stitches in the middle stitch is my center. Okay. Now I want you to take your measuring tape and measure. Half of my 10 was 5. I want you to put the 5 in the middle stitch and then measure all the way across. Excuse me. Put a stitch marker. Okay. Now I want you to count how many stitches. 1, 2, 4. There's 4 stitches between the middle and the 5 inches. So I want to go 4 on this side. 2, 3, 4. Put a stitch marker. Okay. Now look and see. Is that wide enough for a neck? Just eyeballing it, I don't think it is. To me, that just does not look wide enough. So I'm going to make it a little bit wider. So I'm going to go 3 stitches on each side. Now, that looks too big, but that's okay because I don't want my shoulder seams to be huge because I want it to be big because I'm going to show you how to, if this is too big, because you can keep it this big if you want it, your neck to be big, or I'm going to show you how to decrease your neck, so it looks right. Okay. Okay, and these are going to be my shoulder seams. So what I want you to do, get your crochet hook. We don't need our measuring tape anymore. And your yarn. See if I can find the beginning of my yarn. There it is. Put a slip stitch on your hook. Okay, get your corner, and I want you to put your hook, do a slip stitch in your corner. So what you do, you take your hook and go into the center, grab your yarn. You can grab both or just one, that's up to you. Then yarn over, pull through, pull through. Okay, I want you chain up 3. And since I did grannies, I want to do a granny in the corner. If you just did double crochets, just start doing your double crochets across. So you want to go all the way across to your stitch marker. Okay. So no matter whatever stitch you have in your last row, you do the same stitch again because you want it to match. You want your shoulder seam to match your last seam. Okay? Now, I'm going to try not to be confusing in showing you different things. I hope if you don't understand what I'm talking about, please don't hesitate to contact me either through email, messenger, or whatever. I'll be glad to help you all, But there's some things I'm going to show you that you're going to have to decide yourself. How wide you really want your neck. How big you want. All right, I'm to the stitch marker. All right, I just want to put one stitch where that stitch marker is because my stitch marker was in a space. So I just want to do one double crochet. So then I want to chain up 3, turn my work, pull some yarn. Now I want to do 3 double crochets in that space that we made. Okay, now go all the way back to the other side. This sweater I made is quite large, bigger than usual sweaters because I made it for myself, and so it's big. It's not little like all the other sweaters I usually make. I probably should have made it smaller so it'd be easier for me to show you how to make things. So go all the way down to the end. Up to the last stitch, last space. Now, on top of the chain 3, I want to do a double crochet. All right. Turn your work. Okay. Now, I want to go back across one more time. And then you fasten off. So, yeah, I want a total of, so you chain 3, and I'll skip this space. Because, see, there's a double crochet underneath. So, you skip that. Go to the next space. Oopsie. Go into the next space. Go into the next space. Next. All the way to the end. I have to pull some yarn. Sorry. My ball of yarn's on the wrong side. Okay, I'm to the last space. Okay, in the top of the chain 3, back over here, I want to do double crochet and then tie off. Hold on, I'm going to jiggle you a little bit because I have to get my scissors. Sorry about that. All right, now go across to the other side. I want you to count first how many you have. So we have 1, 2, 3. I want to count the bottom one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in 1. So I want to make sure I go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in 1. I want to make sure that it will be equal, and it's going to be. So doesn't hurt to double check, because you don't want it to have a bigger shoulder on one side than the other. So let's do another slip stitch, slip knot. Okay, we go to the other side. This side I have a tail, which is fine. We go into the corner. Now what I'm going to do, instead of grabbing my tail for the other one, I'm going to grab the tail of the stitch that's there. Okay? And then I'm going to slip and slip. All right? Now I'm going to drop that tail, and I'm going to chain up 3. Do a double crochet. Oh, I'm sorry for this out shot. Out 3. This camera's off-centered when I crochet. It's like I have to have my hands to the far left, and I forget. I'm so sorry. So, if you look, see, can't see. Not very well, the white. So, go. So we're doing our double crochets all the way across. We're doing the exact same thing on this side as we did on the other side. Already got 3 in that one, so go across. Pull some more yarn out. Get my yarns hooked. Okay, this is the last one. We do a double crochet in the last space that has the stitch marker. Chain up 3. Turn. Do 2 more, because I want 2 more in that same space. So we have 3, total of 3. Oops. There we go. If I'm going too fast, I'm so very sorry. Just pause and catch up. If I'm going too slow, you can always fast forward. That's up to you. Whatever you want to do or need to do. And just remember, I'm here. If you don't understand something, please do not hesitate to contact me. Don't don't feel ashamed or feel stupid or nothing. There's no dumb questions. Please don't hesitate to call me or message me, or email me, or just whatever you need to do. If you need a Zoom and I have one-on-one, we can do that. It's totally, I need more yarn. Totally up to you. So, last space. Okay, double crochet in the last chain 3. Then we chain 3. So I double crochet on the top of that chain 3. Then I chain 3. Turn your work. Now we want to skip putting any more in there because there's a cluster underneath. So we go to the next space. Do 3 double crochets. Okay. Next space we do 3 double crochets. Okay, now that you're all the way across and you got your last stitch done, just pull it up and find my scissors here and cut it off. Okay. And there you go. It should match your other side. If you find that when you put it up to your other panel and you find that this is too wide, you can do just 2 rows. But for me, 3 rows fit. So let's lay this down. Right side up. Okay. And how I know right side up is because I left my middle tail in the middle so I could tell the difference between the top and the bottom. The right side, I should say. So what I'm doing is putting the right sides together. And I'm going to put 2 corners together. Sorry, the camera's moving. I got to reach for my clippies in this thing. Sorry, it's jiggling. Let me get my clippies and clip this. Okay, and then I go across. Now you count. I'm going to count that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a stitch. So I want to count. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And a stitch. So my stitch will go right there. So I want to clip. Now you're saying, but it's bulging out. That's okay. It will match. It will match. You can offset it. Stitch. This is my corner. So match them. And do clippies, as many clippies as you need. Work that in. Okay. Let's go across and do the other side. Okay. So 1. You don't count that middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 1, 6, 7. Do my edge. Okay. Edge here. And a stitch. And a stitch. My tail all the way. Okay. This one's not bulging as much, but that's a good thing. All right. Now, I like to get all my clippies done at once. So, just go down to the side. Go down to the very bottom. And where's my other side? There it is. All right. So sorry. All right. Here's one corner. Here's my other bottom corner. I'm going to clippy them. I clip on the bottom part, okay? Now I want to match up. Put a clip. Now you're like, what about the arm? Don't worry about the arm. I'm not there yet. I'm just clipping up a little bit from the bottom. Because this is a big sweater. So I have a long ways to clip before I even get to the sleeve. Now your sweater's probably not as big as this one. But that's okay. All right. Now for the sleeve. I personally, I eyeball it. And you're thinking those tails. In my way. All right. I eyeball it. But you can take your sweater and you measure from the armpit to the shoulder. Don't measure the sleeve itself. Armpits don't move. So armpits to, so you would measure your sweater from the armpit to the seam. All right? Don't measure the sleeve because the sleeve could be big, whatever. All right? Now I want, okay, then you take that measure and you measure from the seam to the armpit. And then you put a clippy stitch marker or whatever you want. Okay? So, I want my sleeve to be about right there. Then, once you decide how wide you want your sleeve, then I count my stitches, my clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you go to your other side. I know it'd be easier if I would have sewed in those tails, but I sew them all at once. Then you count down 10. 1, 2. This one's hard to see. So I'm going to turn around to the other side where it's easier to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10. All right. Now, go and count the other side. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put them together. So I know I got 10 on each side. And then I don't clippy down. I go to the very bottom. Clip the bottom. Oops. I dropped it. Okay. Then I go from the bottom and work it up. Because if it bows, this one's not, but if it bows like one's bigger than the other, you can stretch it a little bit and get it to work in. Don't think, oh, that's not gonna work. It will. You can work it in. Yep. Sorry about the noise with me getting my clippies. It's kind of magic, but it works. When it bows and it's big, it does. You can work it in. Just fill it out. Work it in. Okay? Now, we're going to sew. I sew up my shoulders first. You can sew up the ends. Let me put these away. The ends or the shoulder, whichever you want first. So, Hold on just a minute. Sorry, I had to get my needle. All right, here's my needle. So what you do, don't need that. You get your thread. Don't talk with your needle in your mouth. And measure your thread. All right, I go the length and then some more. Because it will take, I know, don't talk with my needle in your mouth. Put it in the armchair. It will take more than what you think. So, make a little loop. No, don't make a loop, Brenda. We're not crocheting. You can crochet it together. Or whatever stitch you want. Blanket stitch. Whatever you like. But I'm going to show you how to do the invisible stitch. Now, this stitch here, it's going to be, because the collar is going to be kind of hard to see. But I'm going to start down here. Thread my needle through. And see how I don't have a tail. Don't pull it all the way through. Then I go back down through. Not clip these in my way. Back through. Then I go back up. You know, until I get to, I gotta go this direction. Go into the center. So work your way up to the center. And if you do it that way, I don't have that's one less tail I gotta sew in, which makes it a lovely thing. All right, I match up my two corners. Okay, let me see if I can get you close. Can you see? Now, there's in the corner on the top. Move your stitches over on the top. It looks like a V. So I want to go into that first V. Go into the middle, into one V to the other V, where this V is pointed. Just go in between. Let me see if I get. All right. See where that V is? So I want to go right below where that point is. Right where that point is. See the V? Go in. Pull. And you pull. Don't pull too tight. Don't pucker. But pull tight enough. Your stitch, your thread will be invisible. Like on this dark blue, you will not be able to see my light blue thread. See, you can't see it. So, go in. Go into the V and pull. So, go in where that V is. And don't pull too tight. I always tug, because I have a habit of tugging. So, here's my V, one V to the other V. Pull. Go all the way across to the end. On each V, go from one side, then I go to the other side. That's across from it. Then I go over here to this V. That's across from it. Then I go across, pull. Make sure you don't pull too tight. You always can tug so it's not puckered. Because I do have a habit of making it too tight. That V. And doing it this way, can you see? You cannot see my thread. And you can't see it on the other side either. So, in a minute I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. V. My shoulder's quite large. It's a big sweater. I've never made myself a sweater before. This will be my first one I've made myself. I was going to make me a knit sweater, but oh Lord above, I don't think I would finish it when I'm in my 90s probably. Big as I'd have to make it, so I think I'm just going to knit my sister one. See, you could see my stitch. See my stitch? You just tug. It disappears. That goes on that one. Gotta make sure lines up. Just because I took my clippy out. Oh, I'm going to lose my thread. See, I told you it takes more thread than you think. Because I did it almost double the size. And I wouldn't want any less thread that I got. Right to the end. Now you might find it easier to sew in your tail, which it would have been. Because I got to go right into that last one. The last one is right here. Okay. Then I'm going to go, since this is light blue and this is light blue, I'm going to sew in my tail on this side. And I always go at least 2 times. I prefer 3. That way I know when they sew, when they wash it, it will not come undone. So, that one's done. Let's just sew this tail in while we're here. So, I always, since this is the last stitch, I go back into that last stitch, the V, where the V was, just to kind of lock it in, and then I sew in the tail. Just a little extra to make sure that is locked in. Now that's good enough. All right, cut that off. All right, now we can take these off on our way to the other side. We don't need these anymore. Okay, now you sew this in the same way. You sew up your side from here to the bottom, go all the way up to the armpit and stop. All right, I'm going to let you guys sew that up, and then I'll be back and we'll do the sleeves and the neck. All right, so I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I got my sides all sewed up and my shoulder sewed up. So I turned my garment right side up. So let's do the neck. Right now I'm playing yarn chicken. This is all I have left. So before I have to open up a new yarn ball that is a kit, a blanket kit that I stole from, but that's okay. So anyway, what I want to do is is to the neck. Let's attach it. You see you have just a little seam down because I wanted it to look that way. If you would have there's the seam on the back where you sewed. It's not very noticeable, but I want to attach to this corner right here. Am I too close? I'm sorry. All right. So, attach our yarn. Same way. Slip, slip. All right. Chain up 1 because I'm going to do a half double crochets all the way around. So what you do a half double crochet in every stitch, in one in if you have a space. All right. So chain 1 does not count as a half double crochet. All right. So let's do it all the way around. See, that is not a stitch. I already put 1 in there. Can you see how big that is? So 1 in that. 1 in that. And then 1 in each stitch. Don't worry about what it looks like right now, because it will, once you get it, I'm sorry, you're a little close. Sorry, let me move you up. So, when you get all your stitches that you want, see, that was not a space. So you take it out. That should have been a chain, because I do not have a chain 1 in between my clusters, and this is why, because it's too many stitches. So I want you to not worry about how big the neck is or anything. I want you to go all the way around with a half double crochet. Okay. This is going to take, oops. I'll be with you until I get to the other other sleeve. So I can show you how to do that. And then I'll pause it and finish up, and I'll be back with you when I get to the other end. But I'll stay with you till I get to the other shoulder. Bear with me, because I said my neck is probably bigger than your neck, because I personally, whatever, on purpose, I'm not going to have enough yarn to do sleeves. That's okay. Made my neck too big because I want to show you how to, if you measured wrong and you're like, oh, holy crap, my neck is just way too big. I don't want it that big. Or maybe you do want it that big. It's up to you. Try it on. See what it looks like on. There's no rule saying you can't try it on before you're done with it. Try it on. See how it fits. All right, here we are to the corner. So, if you notice, this is a stitch from that double crochet. This is a great big hole. So 1 in the great big space, because it's 3 chain 3. So then 1 in this. This is a side. I want you to put 1 in there. 1 in this space. Don't worry what it looks like. It'll be all right. When we get to the next row. Now, see this? It's where the top and the bottom combine. It's stretched out there. I pulled it apart. This is a stitch here. See, this is a stitch here. Not this. That is just pulled up from that other stitch. I want you to go over here. Okay? So, you can either, this is a stitch. See, I need to sew that in. If this happens to you, so I'm going to show you how to fix it. You think you go in just couple stitches. All right. Now, see how much little I have? Turn your needle, go back through a couple more stitches, then thread your needle again if it comes out. Now, I wet my fingers, and it will thread through. You just got to be patient. All right, there, I have it through. Then I can pull it through. And that way it is in there 2 times and it's locked in. Okay? So this is, I shouldn't say that it was a stitch. This is a space. This is your corner. Okay? See, this is your corner. You have a cluster and a cluster. That's your corner. So space. So you have to crochet in that space. I was more worried about you putting one there. You don't. You go over here to this one. Okay? Now we're back to chains. Okay? So 1 in spaces and 1 in each chain. Okay? Sorry if I'm too close to the camera. Let me put my ball on the other side. Be a lot easier. Sorry if you can hear the washer going. It's laundry day. I have a lot of loads today. I'll be up late doing laundry. I have to do bedding. Don't you just hate when you have to wash your bedding? Takes forever. Then you have to unmake the bed and wash it. Then you have to remake the bed. And I have a king-size bed, so it's not easy. I know I was going to pause and go through this, but I'm almost done. Because I'm jibber-jabbering about washers. Sorry, and bedding. But like I said, I have a king-size bed. It's not easy to make by yourself. But I do it. Toby won't help. He says he has no thumbs. Plus, it's a mommy's job. It's not a Toby job. Toby's job is to make sure the couch doesn't get run away and that Grammy's okay. So that's his job. I hope you guys are fast forwarding through this, because I'm sorry it's taking me so long to get to the other end. I'm almost there. I promise I'm almost there. I can see the tail. Okay. Get my tail out of the way. Okay. Chain. There's a chain. There in the corner. I want to get. And I've already was in this space. So I want to half double crochet to the top of the half double crochet. All right. I want you to chain 1. Now, let's see. See how big my neck is? It's quite huge. I do not want it that big. So what you're going to do is here on the sleeves, get my tail all the way, and you do a half double crochet together, two half double crochets together. So you half double crochet, then you go into the next half double crochet together. Okay, let's do that again because mine's quite huge. So, and then you do half double crochets all the way around until you get to the other side, to the other shoulder, and then you do 2 half double crochets. All right, it's that simple. And then when I get around, I'll chain up, and then I'll half double crochets again until I get the size of neck I want. Okay, and that's how you do your neck. And then you do half double crochets around as many times as you want and you think it looks nice. I do at least 2 or 3 around the neck. All right, and that's how you do the neck. So I'm going to cut my thread since I'm getting short on yarn, and I want to show you how to do the sleeves. If you want sleeves, you could just leave it like this. Can you see? You could just leave it, you know, with no sleeves. That'd be cute for a summer. And I showed you on my last video of the other, the yellow and orange and red sweater. I showed you how to do quarter sleeves. And then in an older video, a red sweater, I show you how to make long sleeves. Well, in this one, I'm going to show you how to make little cap sleeves. Cap sleeves are so easy. So I want you to go into your bottom to your armpit. Always start in your armpit, because if you mess up or if you need to make it smaller because your armhole's too big, which I'm going to show you how to make it smaller, you make the changes in your armpit because no one's going to look in your armpit. So I want you to attach your yarn same way, slip, chain 1. Okay, let's see, do we want to make it match you can make this to match your neckline. You can just do more double crochets, or you can do grannies. So I'm going to show you how to make it match your neckline. So you do a half double crochet. Oopsie. Yes, you do. Okay. And you do the exact same thing as you did for your neck. You do a half double crochet in each stitch all the way around for your first turn. Okay. Now, you can be a little fancy and do a couple rounds in this, and then do pilots, which a pilot is a chain 3. Then you put your hook through the first you chain 3. You put your hook in the first chain or the last chain from your hook. Slip, and that's a pilot. Okay, so you could put a pilots at the end. I got another chain there. And do other fancy little stitches if you want on the end. You can do, half double crochets in a granny, or double crochets in a round of grannies. The skies is the limit. This is your sweater. You make it yours. You know, maybe I want puffs. I want a double crochet and a row of puffs. And then a row of half double crochets. Okay. This is the top. We're getting to the top. This is where the one panel joins to the shoulder. So I want to go into that space. I want to go into there. That's the top of this chain 3. I want to put another one in the chain 3. I want to put one in this space. I want to put one in this space. Now, I want to show you. You're like, wait a minute, I don't want it in that space, sorry. Now you're like, it's gapping, Brenda. This chain 3 and this does not, it's supposed to be here. That's right. So let's put it there. So put a half double crochet in this right here. Not the space, in the top of the chain 3. All right. Then you go over here and you do it on the top. See, there's a chain 3. It goes into this space. In between, you got a cluster and a cluster. This is the top. So you want it to go into that space. All right. Yes, there's a big hole. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right. Okay. Just make sure your stitches are tight. All right. Okay. See, that hole's not that big. It will be all right when we get done. All right. Keep on going. In. Don't do your chain, your half double crochets together on the top of your arm, on top of the sleeve. You got enough going on there. So just do it in your armpit, okay? It'll be all right. Okay, I'm coming around to the armpit. The bottom of the sleeve. Oopsie. Okay, I'm back down here. So I personally, because my arm is so big, it's huge, I'm going to do 2 more half double crochets together. So I want to make sure I count 4 stitches. 4 stitches. So oopsie, wrong one, Brenda. Then half double crochet on top of your half double crochet. Let me turn this around. A lot of flipping when you do sleeves. Okay, get my tail out of the way. Now, this is where you decide whether you want to do another round of half double crochets or be fancy or whatever you want to do. I'm just going to do 2 half double crochets together. Okay. Then I'm going to do, let's see, what do I want to do? I'm going to tear that out. I've decided I'm going to do double crochets, because I'm going to do a different kind of the cuff that you go in and out. So I'm so sorry. I want to do 2 double crochets. I know I'm getting confusing, ain't I? Together. All right, now I'm on the ball game. Like I said, you can do anything you want on your sleeves. I want to show you this stitch. I'm sorry if I'm too close. I probably should have done half double crochets the first time around, but you know, I like being different. My sleeves will be a little different, but that's okay. It will look nice. Because I'm only going to do, after this round, I'm only going to do 1 more round. And then that will be my cap sleeve. Because I'm going to do a little cuff. Because some of you might not know how to do cuffs. And you can do what I'm going to show you this. Do double crochets all the way around the bottom. And you can do a ribbing around the bottom of your sweater if you want. Ribbing. That is totally up to you. Or you can leave it the way it is. Totally up to you. Okay. Now this time, I want you to see this right here, this. I want you to go into this, the middle of the chain, the cluster, the 3, go into the middle. Then I want you to go into that top, oops, okay, I want you to go into the top of the cluster, and I want you to go into that, the next chain of the tan, okay? And I want you to do your double crochet, okay? And that brings that up. Told you not to worry about it. See, you can't even tell. And you can do the same with if you're doing half double crochets, whatever stitch you're doing, just grab that middle one, and also your next stitch, and it'll just bring it right up, and you can't tell that you did it in the second round and not the first. If you did it in the first round, it wouldn't look right. At least when I did it in the first round before, it didn't look right. It gapped, and it was horrible. So I figured out if you did it this way, it's a little different, I know, but that's just how I roll. It works for me. So sometimes you just got to do what works for you, you know? So I think I'm just going to have just enough yarn to finish this sleeve. Yay! Okay, I'm almost down to the end. Okay. I've got to check and see where I want to go. Okay, I want half double crochet to the top of that, of the double crochet, chain 2. Now in the next, not the one you chain above, the next one, you want to go under the post. See, take your yarn over, go under, go from the front to the back, grab your yarn, pull through, do a double crochet. Now the next one, you want to do the opposite. Instead of going this way, you want to go from the back, go across the double, all right, yarn over, pull through, and do a double crochet. I'm going to show you again. Yarn over, front post, go through, this is called a front post. Yarn over, pull through, double crochet. The one is the opposite. You yarn over, go through the back, go under that loop, go over the top, grab your yarn, pull through, and do a double crochet. And you do that, you just every other one. Okay, need me to go slow so you can see again. Go under. This is, you go. All right. Okay, this is over. It's over the top of your hook. Okay, this is under. Goes under your hook. Okay, over your hook. Under. And this is how you can make and see, I made 2. So you pull it out. I don't want an under. I want to do every other one. And you can do this, you know, for a couple rounds if you want. It really cinches, makes it hug your arm a little bit. You know, that's, you know, but you might want to, you know, do this at the bottom. A lot of people do this at the bottom, a couple rows at the bottom of their garment. That's up to you. So sky's the limits. Sky is the limits. So, like I said, this is your sweater. Make it. I'm trying to give you tips and tricks and ideas of how to make this sweater your own. And so no one has, it's a one of a kind. It's your sweater. Trying to teach you how to design, not be afraid. Not to be afraid of how to do the sweater to make. You know, panels are so easy. All you do is sew them together. You know, it's not like you're doing it in a round. You go around and around and around and around. You get bored. A panel, you just sew it together when you get done. So here we are on the top. So over, under, over, under, over, and like I said, you can go you can do this a couple times if you want to. I think I'm just going to do it this because I want a little short sleeve. I don't want a great big long sleeve. And you know, like I say, you don't have to do a little short sleeve on this. Like I said, I have videos show you how to do a 3/4 sleeve, how to do a long sleeve. So you can watch those videos to how to make other kinds of sleeves. Whatever you want on your sweater, make it your own. So Sorry about the washer. I really am. Hopefully you can't hear it. There it is. It's done. Yay. I was hoping it wouldn't go clunk, 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 like washers like to do while you're videoing. I'm sorry that my one hand's in the way while we video. I'm almost done. Then if your garment is, and you didn't block it before we did this, which I didn't because I was too anxious to finish it and tape this and show you, you can block it afterwards. You can block it before or after. That's totally up to you. See, we're back to where we were. So I'm going to I'm going to slip stitch. No, I'm not. I'm going to slip stitch to that because I'm done. Okay, let's see what this little sleeve looks like. Isn't that cute? I like that. It's just a little something. Let me see if I get it out there. It's just a little something on your arm. I think that's perfect. I don't think I need another round. All right. So, hopefully, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. So that's all I can teach you how to do the sweater. We did the neck, we did the sleeves. I'm not going to show you how to do the bottom because you can leave it the way it is, or you can make a different bottom. Now, I was going to tell you about how to block it. See, mine's a little wavy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to dampen it, not soak it, dampen it. When I get the sleeves and the collar done, I'm going to dampen it. Then I'm going to hang it up on the clothesline with clips along this edge, okay? Then then I'm going to hang weight down on this end, and that will stretch it out so it won't be wrinkly. So when it dries, it'll be flat, okay? So that's all. So you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.